Imagine the last time a horror movie made you switch on every light in the house and still feel unsafe. Now multiply that dread by 10. That's the visceral punch Eli Roth says Dream Eater delivers. And on October 24th, 2025, he's betting the big screen will prove him right. But here's where it gets controversial. Roth claims this micro-budget Canadian shocker could eclipse every glossy studio horror release next year. Is that pure hype? Or has the genre's next seismic shift really been hiding in the snowy Laurentian mountains? The film comes from Blind Luck Pictures, a tight-knit trio, Jay Drakulic, Mallory Drumm, and Alex Lee Williams, who write, direct, and star in their own nightmares. Their approach? Pure DIY grit. No waiting for green lights, no studio notes, just a skeleton crew, a cabin miles from cell service, and a camera that never blinks. The result is a found-footage fever dream that marries documentary rawness with escalating white-knuckle terror. Plot-wise, Dream Eater follows Mallory, played by Drumm herself, a documentarian who drags her camera and her increasingly worried boyfriend Alex, Williams, to an isolated cabin to capture his violent parasomnia on tape. What begins as sleepwalking and night terrors spirals into something far darker, a parasitic entity that seems to feed on Alex's dreams and, by extension, the couple's sanity. Each night, the footage grows more disturbing, until the final frame leaves viewers debating whether what they saw was ever just a dream. Sound familiar? Critics are already dropping the B word and the P word, Blair Witch and Paranormal Activity, comparisons that thrill first-time filmmakers and terrify marketing teams. After all, those titles didn't just scare people. They rewrote box office expectations for low-budget horror. Roth, however, insists Dream Eater earns the comparison organically. He recounts watching it alone in his living room, lights blazing by the halfway mark, and immediately firing off midnight emails to his horror section colleagues, demanding they drop everything and watch. And this is the part most people miss. Roth isn't just a cheerleader. He's handing over the keys to his fan-owned media company, the horror section. That means ticket buyers aren't passive viewers. They're partial stakeholders in the film's future. Every shriek in theaters literally pays dividends back to the community that funded it, a model that could upend how indie horror reaches audiences. Behind the scenes, Vortex Media financed and executive produced the project, marking their second collaboration with Blind Luck Pictures. While Vortex locks down Canadian distribution, the horror section orchestrates the U.S. rollout, ensuring both countries get the film day and date. Negotiations were spearheaded by John Schnars and Connor DiGregorio for the horror section, with Vortex's Justin Rebello and Bill Marks sealing the north of the border deal. Awards chatter? Already stacking up. Dream Eater snagged Best Feature at the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival. No small feat for a movie that was essentially shot in a freezing cabin with friends doubling as crew. The trio behind it chalked their success up to stubborn independence. We maxed out credit cards, borrowed gear, and kept shooting even when the generator died, they admit. Now Eli Roth texts us memes at 2 a.m. about how scared he was. Surreal doesn't cover it. So, will Dream Eater actually be the scariest film of 2025? Or is Roth overselling a scrappy passion project? Could the fan-owned model prove more sustainable than traditional studio horror pipelines? And here's the spicy question. If a movie terrifies you so much you can't sleep, does that make it brilliant or just cruel? Drop your hottest take below. Are micro-budget nightmares the future, or do we still need big studio polish to feel the fear? Would you invest your own money in a film that might leave you traumatized? Let the debate begin. Just don't blame us if you wake up at 3 a.m. wondering what's lurking at the foot of your bed.